starting recording. I will throw in just a few places stuff permission.
I hear nothing from stream.
According to OBS, it should have audio.
Might help if I unmute the tab.
That might help a little bit, yes. Oh, Noira is streaming in Discord. I cannot do promos in the Noira Discord because I do not have permission there. Do it.
Done with the pizza for now.
Does Twitch have a, does Twitchies have a self-promotion channel?
I think so.
I don't see it.
I think maybe not.
No. Okay, so I have thrown it in the Gup channel, and that's, I guess, kind of about it. Actually, I could throw it in the Calf channel. Is Calf currently streaming? I wouldn't want to...
No.
Okay, then I will throw it in the
not.
Calf channel.
Kiwi, don't stand on the pizza box. There's still pizza inside of it.
And
Wait,
Inkid is not currently streaming either. Okay, that's going to be the last one that I put.
That does not mean you have to yell at her. She's allowed to exist. I know that is a wild concept for you.
Alright, so that's all the promotion I'm going to be doing, so I guess it is time. There's no safe data. Okay. Controls. System menu. Okay. Blueprint menus, tab. Rune directories are going faster or slower is shift, obviously. Alright, alright. Alright, everything looks good to me, I guess. New game. In association with Raw Fury. A game by Tonda Ross.
hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Day 1. Okay, so this is a day-based thing. I have seen someone play through the demo of this some number of months back. So, for any of you not aware, the number in the top left is the number of doors that I can go through, basically. So, if I go through this door right here, my step counter will decrease to 49. If I come back to this room from there, it will decrease to 48. Yep, pretty much. When you run out of steps, you call it a day. Let's see. Anything else besides what's on the giant thingy here? Okay. I now have a blueprint map. It will serve as both my map and my inventory. Okay. Well, my inventory is currently empty. We have the entrance hall, and I have 50 steps. And apparently my goal is to get all the way up from row 0, where we're in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to the end at row 8, or row 9, if this is row 1. Open only in the event of my death. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you, quote, start fresh every morning and do not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond each or any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. Alright. I do know something about the game, is that looking around is going to be real important. That's kind of about all I've got. There's coins, gems, and other things. So, without any further ado, I might as well... You know what? I'll leave it up to Spectre. Do I go investigate the courtyard out here, or just go immediately into running through the building?
I'll investigate the courtyard.
Cool. That
I
took
just
a
learned
step.
something about the Phasmo ghosts.
What did you learn?
All ghosts have an equal chance of being chosen per contract in all difficulties, except the Daogen. It will not be chosen if the host is below Prestige 0 level 30.
Okay.
So we've only been able to get the Daogen for the last 30-ish levels.
You are Prestige 1.
Oh, I am Prestige 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well, that's really dark and ominous.
Minus. You have entered a room.
Well, actually, we entered the grounds earlier. Apparently, I cannot go any further past here. I'm guessing I will have to light the torches that are in here before I can do anything else. Some funky pipes. Oh, there's rooms down underneath the cliff. Okay. Cool. Nice view. Funky door there. I'll probably need like an axe or a crowbar or something to get through there. I don't mind spending 2 footsteps on the first day to sit here and go through. Perhaps it is locked from the other side. You would think I could just sit there and, reach across, but it might have like a padlock on it or something. So I don't see a locking bar or anything. So it's got to be like a padlock. It'd be on this side. Yeah, I can see it. It's right there. That's the locking bar, and the padlock would probably be like right here. Or maybe right here. It'd probably be on this side. Well, I can't get through either way. Doesn't look like there's anything else out here. However, there is this door over here, which might just lead off the property. Or not. This is considered the private drive. It's still part of the grounds. Okay. So that leads out. Can't interact with it at all. Oh, there's a camp. Is this my campsite? Is that why I'm here? Okay, yes, this is my campsite. And apparently my campsite is its own space. Oh, there's an orchard. Which does also have a padlock. Funky. What was it? In 1985. Yeah, that was a good song. Well, it's going to cost me 3 moves to get back there. But now I have explored everything out here. Oh, I say I've explored everything out here, and it looks like there's mines. I'm going to guess these are mines, because this looks like a very mine-style entrance. Giant rock. Another stump.
You're a stump.
I'm a stump. I don't
You're a
know, I
stump.
feel kind of stumped right about now. But there's not much more that I can do out here at the moment. Probably have to... And there's another door! This one does not feel very mine-esque. This one feels very, like, hidden entrance type of thing. Like, it's like a bunker or something. Or a secret way into the basement, maybe. I don't know. Sheesh. Used 4 moves already, and I haven't even opened a door yet. Alright. Well. Queen's on the left, ace on the right. I'm gonna take the ace. I'll take the right hand side. Ooh. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take the closet. There's some free items in here. A dice? When drafting a room, you may use the dice to roll new floor plans. Okay. Well, that's incredibly useful. And a shovel. A shovel will be amazing. From what I remember, that's going to be amazing to have early. And I just used 2 steps. Again. Okay. Greetings from Reddington. Hey, there's a pawn. The trunk is locked. I have no way of unlocking it. Wait. She has a moon thingy. Okay. Do I have any way of writing down notes? Maybe I should go get... I think I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my notepad. Because I got a notepad. I am in the bedroom. Finger down. Pawn. Woman with moon necklace? Let's see, anything else out of the ordinary? Prayer beads and a crowbar. Okay. Let's see. Let's go the hallway, because I don't want to be on the... Well, actually... We'll take the nook. Already ahead of you, game. I've already got something to scribble down my notes on. Jukebox doesn't work. Uh, 4 stars, okay. A spiral staircase. Oh, bugger. Well, that's just going to completely close everything off. I could do the guest room and get a bunch of my steps back. I could do the pantry. I think I'm gonna do the pantry. That'll get me some coins and a banana. The banana gave me 3 steps. Okay, please pick up more fruit before Friday. We just informed that we have an extra guest exploring the house. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay, well... You think that 5 apples, bananas, and oranges is going to be enough food to get me through the house? Okay, well, let's see what's behind this door. Is there anything? Guest bedroom. Alright. Guest bedroom had a key. Guest bedroom had a piece of paper. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in this house. I was beginning to suspect that you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I don't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Okay, so in the billiards room, I need to mess around with the dartboard. Okay. Anything else? Anchor. Dunes. I cannot interact with those. Cannot interact with those. Ooh. That's a pretty little dessert. Okay, well now we have to go forward. Well, we don't have any gems, and the storeroom would get us kind of screwed. So we're going to the hallway. Thing is, unfortunately, that is now a false door. So we have a bridge, and we have woman in a dress. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. On a red piece of paper. Den would get me a gem. It doesn't really seem to matter which one I take, though. Unless there's something interesting in one of those two rooms. I think the best one would just be to take the den, because it gives me a gem. It has another pawn. Where did my pencil go? Oh, there you are. The clocks in here are weird. Ah, the clock is actually moving. Wait, is that... No, that's nowhere near the time. It's like 4:40 at my time. So I don't know what clock that's set to. Okay, so that's a false door because there's a room on the other side that doesn't connect. So I have to take the parlor. I could have taken the drawing room if I'd had the gems for it. Oh, wait a minute. The parlor game. They mentioned that. Wait, no, they didn't. Okay, great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being quite frank, it's been quite a while since we've been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is any rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game which I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details that you will need to share with the guests that you should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Mr. Lowry. There will always be at least one box that displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. So we'll have one box that lies, one box that tells the truth, one box that might do either. The gems are on the floor. There are no gems on the floor. The gems are in this box, or the gems are on the desk. There are no gems on the desk, which means the only true statement has to be this one. The gems are in this box. Gem, gem. Now we have 3 gems. Ooh. The courtyard. I want the courtyard. We're on an outside wall, right? Yeah, we're on an outside wall. Let's take a courtyard. It looks like it could be useful for digging. I do not seem to be able to do anything in the way of digging. However, I have now found a metal detector. Greater chance of finding... Oh, digging! Nothing of interest was buried. Darn. Oh, there's another dig spot. A few unimpressive pebbles, not even worth picking up. Oh, shoot. I actually kind of want to get the chapel here, but at the same time, greenhouse. Oh, there's something here. Watering can. The first time I enter a green room, use a water to gain a gem. Okay. I don't have a lever. This is obvious. There is something here. I don't have a lever for it though. However, there's a coin. I now have a second gem. Okay. Looks like we're taking the spare room because I don't have enough money for a cloister. Even though it is a green room, that would be awesome. The spare room is very... I heard a beep beep. Oh, hey, Cold. How's it going? You know, if I'm going to be doing this, I should actually probably sit there and pull up stream on my phone. That way I can see chat without having to tab out. That seems like that would be a smart thing to do. Me, my channel. My chat. That's what I need, just my chat. Alright. There we go, connected. Alright, so, if you aren't aware of what this game is, this is a game called The Blue Prince. Prince as in son of a king. We start at the entrance hall and we have 50 steps per day. And every time you enter through a doorway, in any direction, it costs 1 move. Some rooms give you moves back. Some rooms take extra moves. Some rooms have items. Some rooms have nothing. This is the spare room. It seems to have nothing. There's a bunch of paint, I guess. Like, it doesn't seem to be anything here. We're taking the aquarium, because right now, this is the only room that's going to have an open door. So we're taking the aquarium, which is going to cost us a gem. However, we have a watering can, which, when we enter into a green room, we can spend a water to get a gem. I can also dig in a green room. I got a worthless old shoe. Okay, well, I was hoping that would be more interesting, because it was a dig space. And there are a bunch of fishies. I wonder if there's anything interesting in the fishies. Well, it looks like a patio space. And if there's anything important about these patios, I have no idea. 3 washing machines, 3 dryers. There's a basket in front of the dryers. There's a basket behind the shelves, which are a bunch of filing cabinets. Okay, that is a bedroom whose floor plan I haven't seen yet. I've only seen 2 bedrooms, and that's not one of the ones I've seen. But it has a couple of baskets. I wonder if those baskets are things that I have to interact with or pick up or something. If this is, you know, telling me where to find certain, like, items and things. It's interesting, if nothing else. Okay. So... secret passage seems to only go in one direction, and it lets me choose a color of room. Whereas dining room gives me 2 doorways. I kind of need the 2 doorways. A meal will be served here once I reach row 8. Well, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be happening. Well, it might, but I kind of doubt it. We are in the middle again. I will take the left side. There is another pawn in the dining room. I don't know if I can do anything with that, but they do seem to be decorating with a number of pawns. Door is locked. Use a key. Commissary would let me buy items. I don't have very many coins. Storeroom would get me a number of items.
Sweet Pea. I guess it's your pregnant and hormonal, but you need to be nice to Aether.
We'll take the chapel.
Aether didn't do nothing to you. Well, he might have been the reason why you're like this.
Chapel has a bishop. The chapel has a bishop seems to be like a pretty straightforward sentence there, actually. Okay, so I have the option of left or right. I'm going to go this way. I'll go to the drawing room for now. Oh, piece of paper. Drawing floor plans. Click on a door, draw 3 floor plans. However, there are some items and rooms that allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Yes, like this room. He doesn't look particularly happy sitting there. And there's something wrong with the shadows. Let's look at that back chair leg. And the right-hand chair leg. I think it's not that those are shadows, but that he's possibly sitting on something? Weird. Okay. We're gonna try this room. Okay, we're gonna try this room. If I get the observatory, that's... wonderful. there even anything in this room? It's like I was kind of hoping that, you know, I have a watering can. I could maybe get more water. It's like I hear water in the pipes. I do not, however, seem to be able to interact with anything here. So this is a useless room. Yes, use a key. I would like to use a key, because I want to get out of here. Commissary would block me out. So corridor. Corridor is always unlocked. Go. 10. Okay. Ooh, I want the hat. Can I have the hat? We're gonna try the secret passage. The key to the bedroom, red rover, gold sink, which I don't know what gold rooms are. The green thumb is any of my outdoorsy rooms. The halls of Holly is any of the corridor rooms. The corridor room would probably get me through to the final row at least, which would be amazing. Bedrooms pretty much almost always only have one door, or at least it seems that way. Okay, so I'm thinking either the gold sink, the halls of Holly, or the green thumb. What do you think, Spectre?
Gold sink.
Gold sink, okay. Let's hope this is a good room. Oh, gold rooms require... okay. I'm gonna have to take the laundry room. Unfortunately, that means I'm... oh wait, I can redraw the floor plans. Dang. Okay, so the only way I'm gonna be getting through is going to be through the chapel and hoping I get a lot of straight rooms. Well, I don't have the money for any of that. Thanks anyways. Time to walk through the chapel, lose a coin. I'll take the gymnasium, because that'll get me to that outside row. I lose 2 steps in here, but oh well. I guess because I decided to play... Hoople? I decided to play Hoople. Well, I am about to have no doors left. I got 2 gems, yay! Unfortunately, I have to call it a day because I have no doors. I have no doors. I mean, I could go back to the dining room and, you know... I could go back to the dining room and see if I got a food. Which would tell me if that is rank 8 or rank 7. Oh, shoot. Well, that's a lot of steps. Unfortunately, I still don't have the... I don't have any doors, so I can't progress. I guess I can walk back through and see if there's anything I could pick up that I missed. I don't know what I'd be looking for, though, is the issue. I'm just going to have to call it a day, because I have no more doors. Ooh. Mount Holly, the Garden Villa. 4 green rooms. I apparently had a lot of green rooms. So day 1, I had a green mansion. Alright. Save and continue. Now on to day 2. I know better than to sit there and spend 6 footsteps exploring the courtyard right now, because I don't have anything that would let me go past it at the moment. And I once again have no inventory. Paintings appear to be the same. Parlor has a puzzle. We know what the parlor puzzle is. I'll go for the pantry. Pantry has an apple. And some coins. Apples, bananas, and oranges. The apple gave me 2 steps. We're going to take the spare room. We'll take the nook, because I don't want to deal with the chapel yet. Especially if I have to come back through here, because I end up with a bad door. I don't have the ability to do that one, so we're going to take the utility closet. Okay. Not 100% sure what I just did, but I think I turned on the power for one room and turned off security doors. Well, now comes the issue of having to walk back, which is why I didn't want the chapel. Now I've spent 6 rooms, but I have some inventory to show for it. I can't take the observatory. I mean, the den would be nice. Take the guest bedroom. And I get a gem anyways. Woohoo. Yeah, you still have a pawn in the guest bedroom, okay. Okay, interesting. You also have a whale. And some basketballs. I have to take the commissary. There's no other option here. Yeah, darn. Commissary will be closed day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Terminal password begins with S. Huh. Let's see. O-N... or O-U... I really can't tell. There's an O in there, N... S... something, something, something... O-N-U? I think? I can't tell. Salt shaker. Okay, there's a salt shaker. The salt shaker makes food better. I don't know how much better. I don't know what the compass does. Shovel lets me dig things. I guess the sledgehammer let me maybe break the, those wooden bars out there. Oh, and it might let me break the lock on the trunk in that one bedroom. I have to take the hallway here. Storeroom it is. Coin. Lock. Gem. Interesting. Storeroom. Pawn. And a rocking horse, but I don't think that one counts as a knight. Well, I'm not gonna be going back. So great, go straight forward, left, or the chapel is realistically more helpful here. And it's gonna cost me a coin. Two items. I think that's worth the extra coin. Sledgehammer. Shatter padlocks on broken trunks. Okay, yeah. And there's another coin. Dropping into a donation box or something. We'll take the parlor. This parlor will have an item of some kind. No? It's a new game that came out like 2 days ago called The Blueprints. This box is a black box. Well, that is a lie. This box is a white box. That is a lie. The blue box contains the gems. Well, that must be the truth. And 2 gems. I have to take the corridor.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Hmm.
Starts with an E. That's R.
Yeah, that starts with an R.
Leave me alone. You will have a fun time.
Okay, we're going to security. I found the security room for the first time, and apparently there's a cutscene. I wonder if there's any permanent items I ever get to keep or not. It'd certainly be helpful if there was. Great, I can see pictures of a whole bunch of different rooms. Can I go to some of them now? Cabinet room, piano room. Security room. Looking at the security room. Well, if you see me here, that means there's a camera, like, right up here? I don't see it. Either there isn't a camera, or it's a well-hidden camera. So it should be, like, right there. Notice board. And a microwave. You know, I don't think that's coffee. Once again, I can't read what that says. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Okay, well, if all of the people don't know about the antechamber, then this must be a lie, and I have to get access levers, like the one in the greenhouse. The greenhouse needed a lever. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Okay. That seems to be true, so I will, for now, believe the blue notices and ignore the red ones. There is a knight in the security room. And... oh. Okay, okay, my phone has not been sitting here updating chat for like a good long while. Okay. Sorry about that. The room structure reminds you of NES Zelda. Well, I never actually played the NES Zelda, but you're not wrong. How do I win? I have to get to the antechamber up at the top center of the thing. And if my guess is correct, well, first off, I have to apparently do it in 7 days. Or maybe I have more than 7 days to do it? It might have been 7 days in the demo, but I think it's 7 days. Water incant, fire incant, earth incant, fire incant, heart incant. With these incants combined, he is the incantation. Oh. Well, hello, incant.
Okay.
If incant showed up.
That was cold.
Very stiff leg. Yes, I'm...
I want more pizza.
Wait,
Move,
look at the
Kiwi,
candle in the
please.
picture? Oh. Oh!
Please.
Hey, Mom.
Move.
So yes, I would have looked cool in that black hat. And thank you for the sneezes. Let me just real quick. Oh, it looks like Spectre already did. Okay, cool. Check the trash can. I don't know how far back that comment is. Wait. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. Good to know, I already kind of figured that one out. So, yeah, I was right. Oh, so this is the terminal. Mount Holly Security. Well, in order to log in, I need this password, which I don't know what the password is.
Hello, Miss.
From looking at the papers, it looks like it's a 7 or 8 letter password, with the first letter being an S and the last 3 being ONU. But I honestly have no idea what that could be. View the estate inventory. This is all the items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. Okay, so I've collected everything that can be collected. Does not include miscellaneous items. Okay, so if, say for instance, I had not yet found a shovel, the shovel would not be listed here. Good to know. Keycard system. Keycard security settings. Change offline mode. Alright, so if the keycard system is offline, I want the doors to be unlocked. Set security level. Okay. So I set the security level to high, turn the keycard doors off, so all of these doors will just be open. Turn it in a menu. I have no idea, so I'm just going to go.
Kiwi is trying to look at me and be all super cute because I have the pizza,
Okay.
but she's not getting any of the pizza. The pizza is for people, not for kitties.
Well, that's W. Oh, that's not a U, that's a G.
Oh, big city, little kitty.
Oh, well, I was playing that the other day, but not recently. That's not so my category, is it?
No.
Okay.
That reminds me, I need to buy myself a new controller so I can plug into the computer. So I can play the kitty game. Stabbing the kiwi with my finger.
Ah. Yeah, no, my phone is just completely not updating chat. I have to sit here and refresh my phone in order to see more chat.
That's weird.
That is really annoying, and I don't have another screen that I can hook up here to sit here and have Twitch just be open. Okay. Yeah, the cat game was fun. I might play a little bit more, but I also wanted to sit there and have Spectre play it. Okay. Maybe a W? SW. There's an S before the O and G at the end. There's an A right there, I think. Swam, swam, swaz? That's an N, I think. Good. I haven't tried to do that in forever. My channel. Chat. Yeah, no, my phone is just not updating. Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Poor phone
I am going to sit here and stream might go down for a minute. I'm going to relocate my laptop and I'm going to move to another room where I can plug into another screen. So I will be back.
Okay. I need that. is kiwi. No. I might give you one of the cheesy bites here in a second. But you gotta be nice. You gotta be good. Which means let me eat the pizza. Here you go. There's some bread.
Alright, I am back now. And setting up the TV in here as second monitor. So I can put chat over there. That is a lot of cat emojis, and that is cute. Okay. Source, not AV. We need HDMI 3. No, wrong one. HDMI 2. Yeah, HDMI 2. And there you go. Now we put that into theater mode. We hit F11 to get rid of the bar at the top. And then we zoom in a bit to make chat readable because the TV in here has a lower definition than my laptop screen. So reading chat is easier once I zoom in a little bit. Besides, I don't need to see what I'm playing. I need to see chat. Okay, yes. So, yes, the phone was working hard. Barely. I should say the phone was barely working, as it seemed to only be doing work when I sat there and asked it, okay, so what's in chat? Because actually just looking at chat wasn't updating chat. No, it was only... Huh. I hardly recognize them. They're getting big. Thanks for the photos, Mom. Yeah, I can see that. Ay, ay. One of them looks like one of my friends from back in high school. Looks like one of my friends whose name was Gray. I think it was Gray Thompson. He had a brother named Sterling. Ay. Well, he better still have his grades going well and make sure that he actually does graduate. Wasn't he given some trouble here, about trying to sit there and get his homework and everything completed? Shoot, how long ago was that conversation? Instead of sitting here and realizing that it's been absolutely too long, I'm going to just push out. New Horizons, huh? Is that a new school? Okay, I'm going to guess that it is either Swan Swim or Swan Song. Or not Swan Swim. Swim Song or Swan Song. Log in. Swan Song. Oh, Greenville. Okay. Ugh, dial-up noises. Sorry, chat. Did not know that was going to happen.
That is a sound that I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either. Staff services. Okay, I cannot clock in. This service has been disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly. All domestic staff have been placed on extended leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Miss Babbage for more details. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except for you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends and faithful services. Our best student and will walk the stage with Greenville High. They paid him to take... Alright. Nice. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of staff. Special orders can take 1 to 3 days. Okay. So we know what the metal detector does. You're more likely to find things, and it beeps if you're nearby one that's laying around. Awesome. The shovel, we know, you find dirt spots and you dig. The sledgehammer, we know, it breaks padlocks on locked trunks. We don't know what the sleeping mask is. We don't know what the running shoes are. We don't know what the magnifying glass is, and we don't know what the compass is. So, anybody have a suggestion on which I should order? Aye.
we know what each of them do?
The magnifying glass lets us look at papers that we find throughout the area more closely. If it's the same as in the demo, there are some photos that will have incredibly small details. And the magnifying glass is the only way of getting those details. The metal detector seems to make rooms more likely to contain coins and keys just laying around, and it also beeps when I walk nearby a coin or a key just laying around. I don't know what the running shoes do. The shovel lets me dig in green rooms for items. It seems to be that the farther along I am, the better chance there is of finding items. I don't know what the sleeping mask does. And the sledgehammer I can use to break padlocks off of treasure chests and trunks. So, like the one that was in the guest bedroom on my first run. And yeah, they're all probably going to cost coins. I mean, the items in the commissary do cost coins. But maybe if I order it, it won't. I don't know. Metal detector. Okay.
Because that would help you get more coins.
This order is estimated to take 1 to 2 days. So that would be that either tomorrow or the day after, the commissary will have a metal detector. Okay. Staff services. Special orders. Okay, return to network. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the state using the RTA. View active terminals. None of the other terminals are currently online. Okay, so I haven't found any other rooms that have terminals. Electronic mail. Okay, currently this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Okay. Data transfers? Data transfers from Cinca not currently available. Okay. Glossary of terms. Oh, so the dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not worked in the last several decades. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Oh! Okay, so the game cabinet just doesn't work yet. Okay. Directory contains detailed information of all the rooms of the estate that you have drafted. You may access directory at any time from the system menu or by pressing R. Okay. East wing, west wing. Exhaust. Ah. Okay. History. You may wish to view previous layouts and room configurations from days past. This useful feature can be accessed from the system menu. Okay.
Your system menu.
Mechanical. Utility closet, boiler room, and laboratory are heavy with mechanics, contain control systems that interact with other elements of the estate. They are marked with a symbol of a gear. Okay. Network. Terminal is connected to the local network. Commissary. Oh, commissary, yes. A local network named Blackbridge. Network allows users to remotely connect to other active terminals, as well as providing access to staff services and other handy features like the glossary. Rarity. How often a floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. Normal, uncommon, and rare. Red rooms. Beware the rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options, but come at a cost. A dangerous cost. All drafted rooms, inventory, and resources are great. Permanent changes, however. Okay, how do I find a permanent change? A few things are permanent and are usually marked as such. Permanent changes do not reset. Special floor plans slightly more rare and cost gems to draft. They offer more unique, complex, and exciting effects. Special item refers to an item unique and inventory bound as opposed to resource items like keys, gems, or coins. Okay. T to Z. Trunk. Okay. And log out. Okay, so. Alright! Left or right?
Right.
Yep. Right we go. I don't like the fact that none of those let me turn left, but I'm going to go ahead and take the dining room. If I get far enough, it will eventually get, well, actually, let's see. This room right here. I have to take the east wing. Oh, the east wing hall. Okay. This is a named hallway. There's a bowler hat.
Bowler hat.
I'll take the wine cellar here just for the free gems and to get a dead end out of the way. Bottles of wine, lots and lots of bottles of wine. An and symbol, and I don't seem to be able to interact with, like, anything else. I also cannot jump or anything, so... Well, that got me 3 gems, which is awesome. Okay, MCCXIII. That's...
Minecraft!
1213? 1213? I don't remember. I am not good with the Roman numerals. I think that's... Well, I'll write it down anyways. MCCXI. I think that's 1213. There's that tag 10 again. We're using a key here. And we have to take the bedroom, because that's the only way that's going to get us moving forward. Ah, yes, the hat. I can't actually put on a hat or anything else, it seems. Ooh. There's a little origami swan. This bedroom had... we're in this bedroom. This bedroom had funky something or other. When we were in the aquarium showed this room because it had the bed, the bedside table, and then the wardrobe here. There was something over here. Maybe it's showing the locations of, you know, the chess pieces. Maybe. That's the only thing that's like right there. I might need to backtrack to the security office and turn the security down. We're taking the den. Did I mark the den? Yeah, the den has a palm. Okay. Do I have enough moves to get back to security? It's gonna cost me 8 moves, but I'm gonna have to do it. Well, actually, it'll cost me less than 8 moves because that rooms the bedroom. Okay, so it's gonna cost me 6 moves. There. I use my last key. I'm gonna have to take the boudoir here. A picture I can look at. Oh, in the bedroom? Oh. There's a dress and there is a beach shore here. There's also the painting here, which I did note the woman here is looking off to the side and has a moon-shaped necklace. I will, however, note it is a crescent moon. I still don't know who she is, though. And I can't turn it around or anything else, so...
I fished up a bone.
You fished up a bone?
Yeah.
Alright, boudoir.
Bone.
I do not seem to be able to interact with anything. There are little photos here. Someone is painting a globe. Someone is flying a plane. Oh, there is a photo that I can interact with here. Oh, there's a gun safe. This is probably where I would need the magnifying glass, because with the magnifying glass, maybe I could sit there and see what the combination to the safe was or something. Actually, seems like exactly what that would be used for. Unfortunately, I have no magnifying glass. And that door is locked. Okay, so now it's time to walk back through and spend another like 5 or so steps. we're going to the drawing room. Yeah, that costs a gem. I don't care too much. Wait. Weird. Looking around, looking around. There's lots of drawings in here. I don't seem to be able to interact with any of them, and almost all of them are of this man or his horses or something. I still think the legs of that chair look weird, especially the back one.
It is weird.
Alright. Locked door and... locked door. So I might as well call it a day, because I don't have the capability of... Well, actually no, there is one more room that I can go to that is south of the dining room, except that that door is locked too. So I got screwed over by my lack of keys. I see. Since you told me to look in the trash cans, I will look in the trash cans. There does not appear to be anything in the trash cans. The commissary is not closed from day 12 to day 16. Okay, days 20 and days 21. Okay. Well, I think that the game now lasts more than the 7 days that the beta originally mentioned. I wonder if I can use the sledgehammer on those doors outside. I cannot use it on that door. I might have to find an axe or a crowbar, to be honest. But I'm going to sit here and give it a good old try. I still can't see anything down here. It's like there's a torch here. I need to find a way of lighting these. I can't get past those. Well, seems like I have to call it a day. Yeah, not gonna go walking off the cliff there. Seems like it wants me to stand right here, but what it wants me to do after that, I don't know. I still think there's something weird going on down there. You know what? We're calling it a day. I plan on attempting to go through for like day 4 or day 5, see how far we can get. The rustic villa. Three bedrooms, 3 hallways. I liked my first one better. It had a whole bunch of green rooms. Still says the same thing. I'm gonna start out going left. We'll need the utility closet at some point. But getting the den will get me a gem early. At one point, you did ask me to look at the candle in the photo. Ah, there's a trunk. If I get a key or a sledgehammer. Ah, this'll be the storeroom. There's a coin. There's a key. There's a gem. There's a pawn in the storeroom. We'll unlock it. And I got 3 keys for opening it. Cool. Trunks are worth it. I'll take the parlor for now. You are in the parlor. That is true. This box is empty. That might be true. The blue box is true. That is definitely true. Which means this box is not empty. Because both of those statements are true. So you're in the parlor. Blue box is true. 2 of those boxes are true. There must be 1 box that is lying, and 1 box that is true. The other one can do whatever it wants to. However, this is the lying box. The lying box is not empty. Commissary. We're probably not going to be able to afford whatever is here, but... Anything? Anything? No, no. I can buy a gem. Okay, cool. I can buy a sledgehammer or a metal detector. Those were expensive. Good to know. Ooh. Security. Now that I have the security, I'm going to turn security settings to low at the moment. Wait, I don't need to go to the security settings. Keycard system. Change offline mode to unlocked. Confirm setting. Set security level. I'm gonna take the garage because that's gonna get me a lot of keys. I died in the last room to needing keys. There's also no power in the garage. Christopher, this is the third time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for, Miss Babbage. Well, apparently there are 3 keys in here. I need to turn the power on in here. 'Cause I'm guessing this door opens. Which takes me outside. Yeah, because there doesn't have a solid line on that wall, so that is a way out. Whenever I draft a bedroom, gain $5, or gain 5 steps. That's great, but that would be my last gem. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll investigate the room. There's a pawn in the nursery. Okay. Nursery has a pawn. Okay. Anything interactable? Cannot interact with a pawn. Good to know. Ooh, there's a gem. I got my gem back. And there's a book. The Red Prince by Barbarian Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He'd heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and in the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince in his book. The red book we just read. That's kind of cute. As long as you don't go digging into any deeper meanings. It tells me of a boy that is afraid to learn new things because they might be different from what he knows. I'm gonna double check. Alright, it said inventory 0. Well, there still could be items laying around, though. I took the nursery, so anytime I draft a bedroom. Hey, utility closet. I was just talking about this one. Turn on the garage and turn off the keycard entry system. I wonder what happens if I turn off the lights in the dark room.
The room is dark.
This is costing me a lot of moves. But I can now open the door. A door which takes me out the west path. I cannot go that way. But I'm guessing this is a shortcut back to the front area. Oh, a bridge. Can I go around the bridge? No. Is there any dig spots? No. Is there any berries on the bush? No. Okay, fine. Across the little bridge. Pebbles! Really? I couldn't have just reached across and opened that. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Okay. However, I'm guessing that garage door is not going to be open unless I open it from the inside. A bird bath. Oh, shoot. I'll take the shelter. Oh, these are special rooms that have other effects. Like the hovel said, special rooms now require. Okay. Welcome to the bomb shelter. Time lock safe. Unlock date and time. We don't know what the date and time is. Okay. Log into the network. Swan song. Eek. View active terminals. Oh, shoot. So yeah. Okay, I can remotely access other terminals that I've been to. Cool. Okay. Remain where you are for now, given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to remove shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Okay, so who's the Red Guard? And why do they want to remove the shelter? They would want to remove the shelter, but not while the people are here. Probably because of this safe. They want to get rid of the safe. Which means there's something in the safe that I need. Or I am completely just losing my marbles. It's also an option. I'll take a shorter path to get back to the front area. It's not a lot shorter, but it is shorter. Now, I've got 29 steps left, and, only one door. I can't take the passageway, and billiard room locks me, so pantry it is. Banana! Banana gives me 3. I now have $5. I'm also protected from red rooms, so if I get the chapel, I can just ignore it. I might be able to put something in the safe to keep it for the next day, you're right. Courtyard gives me a few dig spaces, but courtyard also practically locks me. We're gonna take the nook.
You're a nook.
That has rules for the dartboard, it looks like. If only I had a magnifying glass. Of course, I could just play around with it till I figure it out anyways. The drawing room's rather nice. I don't have any inventory at the moment, so I have no shovel or anything else. That's alright. I could read it well enough. What do you think, Spectre? Drawing room or courtyard?
Courtyard.
Okay, we'll take the green room. And then we'll walk in and see if there's anything just laying on the ground, because I don't have a shovel to dig with. I got a beep beep. That's a notification. Oh. Kind of curious that that didn't show up in the chat, but okay, cool. Well, thank you for the follow. Let's see. I got my key back. Oh, I got a silver key. Unlock a door with the silver key will lead to a room with many doors. The outer room is on the Westgate path, leads to the shelter. Okay. That leads me more towards the interior. This leads me to the exterior. I drafted the nursery, which means the bedroom actually gains me more movement. There's a key! A spare set of car keys. So I can go for a drive? I'm gonna have to save enough movement to get back outside then. It'll take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in order to get to the car from here. Okay. Walk-in closet would almost cut me off. I mean, it gets me 4 items. But that courtyard door would... I'd have to be able to get a right-hand turn there. Ooh, that's a gamble. That is a gamble. I'll take the corridor. We'll take the chapel. Because I got the bunker, the chapel doesn't cost me a coin. I don't have the gems required for the office. The drawing room could be nice. I'll take the drawing room, even though it's going to cost me my last gem. This is the point where I take the guest bedroom and get a whole bunch of free steps, I think. Yeah, this is where I get a whole bunch of free steps and maybe get a free gem. Woohoo! Alright, let's see. Yeah, the pawn is still there, the note is still here. They keep talking about retiring the floor plan. There's something weird about this place. Use a regular key for now. We're gonna redraw those floor plans. And I guess we're going to take the billiard room. Alright, so. I was hoping there would be something over here. Okay, 7 and 3, 10. 12 minus 10, 2. 15 minus 6, 9. 10 maybe divided by 2 or times 2, 20. 20 minus 18, 2 times 6 is 12. 12. I found a key card. The funny thing is, I don't actually need that anymore because I turned the key cards off. However, I also found 2 dice. I turned the key card requirements off already. Well, I guess if I turn them back on, it could be... I need to be able to turn to the left. End of story. Have to turn to the left. Patio. Spread gems in each green room. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm going to have to go back to the courtyard. I guess this will sit there and save me 1 below. Yes. I can dig things if I had a shovel. And there was something mentioned about this space in the aquarium. It's probably has to do with this dig spot here. I think there was something over here as well. Honestly, I don't know. I wish I could I wish I had screenshotted the aquarium rooms. The observatory is awesome. So, well, looks like I can't, interesting. Looks like I can't look out the window here, in the sky. Or maybe I can, I just have to turn it again. I got a star. I got 1 gold. We're taking the hallway. I apparently have 1 star. Cool. That is now a false door. Exit. Special key, silver key. Gotta have a room with all the doors. A dining room would get me a free meal instantly. Which will be great because I'm doing a lot of walking around. Lasagna? No, it's a stew pie. Plus an additional 10 feet if I have 10 steps if I have the boiler room in my house. I do not have the boiler room. Not yet. First, I'm gonna walk around. Second, after having walked around, okay, so I can still make it out here. Now, secondary thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rooms gets me to the garage. And then 13 will get me back here. So that's 26. That'll leave me with 14. Oh, there's a salt shaker here, which makes food better. I gain one extra space. Do I just eat it, or do I see if I will get the extra room? The deposit box key? Lucky rabbit's foot, greater chance at finding items. And a treasure map. Well, that wasn't here last time I was in the lavatory. Okay, I think I'm gonna eat it now. It would be worth more if I have a boiler room, but we'll take the 20 rooms. 21. Treasure map. From security up to... There's something in the chapel, and there's nothing in there that I can interact with at the moment, though. At least, I don't think there is. Vault key 233. I have a car key. I want to go see what's in the car. Yeah, welcome back. Okay, that takes me to the shelter. Can't really do anything with the shelter at the moment, but I have a set of spare car keys. So what's in the car? The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. 14227 Sandy Heights, Trinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. So what's in the trunk? 2 jars of moonshine and an upgrade desk. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. I can upgrade a floor plan? How do I do this? E, insert a disk. Floor plan upgrade program. Okay, storeroom has now been upgraded. Oh. Oh! Oh! 2 keys, 2 gems, or 10 coins. What do you think? Permanently
having troubles
upgrades the room.
Keys.
Yeah. Supposedly, the farther along I go, the more keys, or the more locked doors there will be. and the higher the security level, the more key card doors and the fewer key doors. Issue is I haven't seen any key card doors anyways. But this is upgrading the floor plan forever. So, do I make the storeroom give me more keys, more gems, or a whole bunch of coins?
I
Oh,
say
this is...
keys.
Alright. The floor plan has been successfully upgraded. Okay. Well, I think that was a wonderful use of 13 steps. Now it's time to go back and check out what's left of the courtyard. And I wonder if there will ever again be a floor plan upgrade right there, or if that's going to be, you know, how that empty from now on. Or maybe it'll have something other than, the floor plan in there. Maybe next time it'll have, like a key or a banana or something.
Who knows?
Yeah. I will say I have been made aware that this game is really not made for you to win in a single run. You are meant to take multiple quote-unquote days to get through this. Well, the only room that I can get to that has any help for me is going to be the dark room. Which is my third red room. And not only that, I can see in here. But I don't have a magnifying glass to do anything with anything in here. It's like, I can look at all this stuff, but it's like really hard to see. Has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Yep, that's going to be where I need a magnifying glass. Where is the magnifying glass? Seriously. Incredibly fuzzy. Oh, that is real nice and clear, but the issue is I can't freaking, see it. Because no magnifying glass. We're taking a spare room, because that gets me another door. Coat check. I can check an item and retrieve it on another day. Are there any of these items that I really want to keep for another day? I mean, not really. I don't know if any of these items are going to be particularly awesome, so I'm just going to open up the closet and get a dice and shoes. Occasionally save... Occasionally save steps when traveling longer distances across the estate and the grounds. Okay. So when going and traveling through a whole bunch of rooms all at once, possibly save steps. This is the last door that I have access to. Passageway would be great, but I don't have enough gems. Conference room is pretty good, because that's anytime something would be spread around the house, it is placed here instead. There's a red note. Remember, red notes are lies. So that tells me that the safe code is not 9083. There was, however, spreading items. Yes. Immediate place in several rooms. Well, this is currently not a door. It is a door to the entry room, but it's not a door. So, redraw the floor plans. I have to take this one. Room directory. Bedrooms. Okay, I have only seen these 4 bedrooms. Ironically enough, all of those bedrooms I think are currently in my... Well, 3 of the 4 are currently in my space. So bedrooms doesn't help me. Hallways. I can't get the hallway again. And I'm in the middle, so I can't get the east wing or the west wing hallway. And yes, bless you, Spectre.
Thank you.
I've already got the corridor, and I'm in the secret passage. So if I choose hallways, I'm guaranteed to get a new room. Green rooms. You're more likely to get green rooms when drafting. If I get the greenhouse, greenhouse doesn't help me. Terrace doesn't help me, because both of those are single entryways. The shops are the gold rooms. I don't think I have, I don't necessarily have the coins for any of the shops, really. And red rooms. I've already had my 3 red rooms show up, so the next red room I get is going to have a cost. It also seems to only show rooms that I actually stepped into, because I have seen some other red rooms and outer rooms that just didn't show up this time around. I'll tell it a hallway. The Great Hall, 7 locked doors. I mean, slight problem. Aquarium is every color of room. That's gonna get me some steps back from... Oh. Well, I guess I'm taking the Great Hall. And this door leads me onwards. I have to take this one. It's a bedroom, but it is a red bedroom. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unexpected sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Hawley, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Miss Babbage for details. Okay. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Well, we don't know what today is. But now, oh, photos. Go. Locked, and I have no more doors to travel through. Brett. Well, I still haven't managed to run out of steps. I've run out of rooms that I can go into. Again. You know, for having high security and having a whole bunch of electrical doors, there's not really very many electrical doors. You know, for having gotten a keycard, you know, keycards aren't helping me very much. Yeah, so I don't have any more rooms I can go through, and like, the only thing I could do is maybe go look at the dark room and sit there and see if there's any, you know, if I can manage to see any details. And do that and sit there and not waste the... you know, make use of what steps I have, I guess. Yeah, the running shoes saves me a lot of steps. It's kind of all over the place. Okay, that photo doesn't seem to have anything on it. And that one's useless. Okay, is the stuff in here intentionally blurred?
Probably.
Looks like... something?
No, Kiwi, don't.
Is there
that
another
direction.
photo of that somewhere out here that's clearer?
I love getting
Looks a
yelled at by
little
Kiwi.
clearer. Okay, that's either 14 something 8 or 11 something 8. Well, I know where that is. Question is, do I have enough movement left to get there? Yeah, I've got enough movement left to get there. As long as I'm going the right direction. I won't have much movement left, but I can get wherever that is. That's out in the west, I think it is? Or not the west. This way. It's not that one. It's over here. Okay, we're gonna try 14. Oh wait, no, that's probably not 14. Okay. Click. Okay. Oh, shoot! I start each day with an extra 20 steps. That's kind of huge. And it didn't even cost me a movement. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's weird. Bird Beth?
Or Beth. Beth Bird.
Ah! I have turned on a pipe. And this pipe has lit a fire. I know where that is. I remember commenting on the things. That's in the front entryway. As I was standing there and looking off the side of the cliff and being like, yeah, there's some weird stuff down on the side of the cliff off to the right. Oh, hey. Sundial. There's nothing here but a key. Gardener's logbook. April 10th, 1992 to blank. First came onto the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper. I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor kept no notes, no logbook, no record of any kinds regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparted wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to record of my dealings in the estate, as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretch from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Espen's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. That makes me want to go find the west wing. I need to find the three-door hallway in the west side of things. Because apparently someone closed it for some reason. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I shall endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I have discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house, along the east and west wall. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this. I haven't found a secret garden. I found the terrace and patio and the greenhouse. I haven't found the veranda, morning room, or secret garden yet. Okay. Okay. One of the tasks oh, this is... Well, that's some really good info. Shoot. Okay. One of the tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot in both the east and west wings of the house. While I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots, it is clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce is in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil survey, I measured the soil's capacity to support plant growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relation to the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Okay, I'm just going to function print screen and save that. Barren ground seems kind of interesting. I'd like to go digging there at some point. But at the same time, I need to be digging in those rich soil areas. Okay. Let me, pull up Discord and go throw this in my personal pins channel. Okay, well, that's certainly interesting. Unfortunately, I am, about out of steps. And as much as I just pinned that in Discord, I'm actually going to sit here and just draw it on my notes. So if you'll excuse me for a moment, okay, that is a 1, that is a 0. That is a 3. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. So it looks like just overall the east side is better quality. Smudge pots. Oh, whoa. Hey, wait. I didn't see that when I read the book the first time. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. Smudge pots found along the apple tree here in the orchard are critical necessity thanks to the cold temperature and high altitude of the state. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to assure a daily yield of apples. While the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gasoline should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally found a new cause to champion. I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with a much more appropriate angel, Rena. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Annie took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate about the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garden, and am too scared of the chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. Inner Garth? Wait, Inner Garth? My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Rena's depiction in the chapel. Okay. There's something going on with the statue in the cloister. Are you going to, give me something new this time? No, that is actually the end of your book. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, it's definitely an interesting game. I actually watched someone play this, like, 8 or 9 months ago, and I was just immediately hooked on it. Like, I think they did 2 videos on it. Aw, I have a little pirate bird. Look at that. I have a little pirate bird. He's a sailor. Is he a sailor pigeon or a sailor seagull? I think he is a seagull. Well, I don't think I can do anything else, because all of my doors are locked. However, I have gotten a fair bit of, knowledge so far. I have a vault key, which unlocks... I have a safe deposit box key, which unlocks box 233. It'd be great if I still had that, but I do not. The west gate path allows access to the outer room each day. The apple orchard gives me an additional 20 steps each day. It looks like there are 2 other permanent additions. I think I'm going to do one more run and then actually call it. Okay. Call it a day. Yes, we'll call it a day. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to. The sizable manor. It really was. shovel and the magnifying glass. Too bad I couldn't have gotten that yesterday. It would have saved me a bit of squinting. The White Sea of Yore, Morajai. I don't know if that's important or not, but it's getting written down. Alright, part of the game. Let's try this again. This box and the white box are both empty. This box and the blue box are both empty. Well, both of those agree. Which means one of those could be... either both of those are lying and this one's true, or both of those are true and this one's lying. The other two statements have identical wording. This box and the blue box. This box and the white box. They are not identical wording. However, I think what it's trying to say is that this stuff is in the black box. Even though this is incorrect. No, actually, yeah, this one is the one that's lying. Because they do not have identical wording. Therefore, both of those are telling the truth.
Sebastian. You're being a butthole. Aether wasn't doing nothing. You're okay, Aether.
13. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14. 19 minus 17 is 2. 15 minus 11 is 4 times 3 is 12. 20 minus 10 is 10 times 2 is 20. And I got a pair of keys. Don't seem to have anything else in the room, but I'll take a look around anyways. Oh man, the storeroom is great, but the nursery is awesome too. Okay, we're gonna take the den, and we're going to hope for the nursery or storeroom on the right-hand side here. Gem. Doesn't seem to be anything just laying around. So, this area. Nursery. And the nursery had a gem to give me back the gem I used. And it still has the book, The Red Prince. Okay. According to this, that would be the third space up. That would be, well, that'd be a 2. It's not a terrible green room. It is unfortunately, however, not a 3. But as a 2, it has a metal detector. I just can't actually do anything with it, I guess. Can I get a green room here? No. But I can get security. Security is kind of awesome to have. Keycard system settings, set security, confirm settings, change offline mode to unlocked, confirm settings, back, exit. Bedroom is going to get me a lot more. Spaces. And nothing to pick up there this time. Photo is still the same. Oh wait, I can inspect it now. Interesting. It appears to be some sort of clasp. Interesting. And necklace appears to be some sort of clasped moon. Like a piece of a yin yang. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want the chapel right now. A free key. Go. Looks like that door requires some form of power. Oh, wait, that's the keycard door. I haven't turned off the keycard doors yet. Sheesh, I have 80 steps. If I turn off the power, I'll be able to continue through that path. But until then... I don't want the whole way, so I'm gonna take the storeroom. I still can't do anything in here. I could go through this door. And no matter what I do, this door ends my thing. So I'm going to take the closet because I get 2 items out of it. A gem and a hammer. And now I can open up trunks without using keys. Okay, cool. I'm still positive for the number of steps I have meaning from when I started. Okay, forward or left? I'm gonna try forward. I'll take the pantry. Get some coins and some free steps. We're gonna take the passageway, even though that's expensive, because I want to be able to continue. Yeah, I have enough steps that the dining room should be fine. Dang. It's still just the hallway here. Let's see, anything else in the room? Oh, wait, there's this thing. Yeah, I was right. That. Since as many secrets that help will talk to his. I have no idea. Child, maybe?
Hmm?
Okay. So now I've only got one door in order to be able to progress. And the utility closet does let me progress through that other area.
Breaker box. Break the box.
Now I should be able to just walk through the key card door. It's gonna take me a moment to freaking get there.
Oh, Kiwi, stop jumping around like that. You're not getting my pizza.
Then I go straight as far as I can. And this door should now be open. Hehe. Okay, we're taking the chapel because I need more doors.
Near a door.
Oh, hey, free coins. Okay. Huh. He wants the statue number 3 in there. Oh, googly moogly. 5 maid, 2 baker. Two chef. 3 gardener. 6 is the, horseman?
Yeah, looks like riding an outfit.
Yeah. I can't remember the name for that particular job. 4 is a chimney
Jockey.
sweep. I didn't even notice these last time I was in here. 1 is a farmer. With a hoe. 3 is the gardener with a pitchfork, okay. And according to him, I think it's her, the gardener, is Rihanna. According to the farmer's journal, or the orchardman's journal, whatever you want to call it. And then there's this. 7. Queen.
The lady.
Seven. Queen. Lady. Paladin. Either way. So we don't know much more than that. Still don't seem to be able to interact with anything, but there is a bishop in here. Okay. Because I want to see the West Wing. Bitch, open the door. Ooh, I have to take the passageway, because if I take the hallway, I can't see the wings. I start the next day with 20 extra steps. I don't really need it, but be kind of awesome. Oh wait, there's 4 in there, okay.
food.
Hmm. For some reason, the kitchen cannot take its third piece of water. Okay. And the pool can't take one either. Well, there is now 2 water in the kitchen, and the pool is almost full. Oh. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So pump 4 can only come from this one. So pumps 1 and 2. Okay. The kitchen can only come from this tank. Okay. And the pool can only come from tank 1. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong direction! Wrong direction! There, I have restored water to everything. I have restored water to everything.
Good job.
Locker rooms spreads keys throughout the house. Okay. Now there have been notes about number 10 throughout this entire area. But where does it start the numbering system? Normally by the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this could be number 10 right here. Or on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. There are two that could be locker number 10. I'm going to guess it's this one and use a key on it. I got a pair of gems out of it. Cool. That's pretty helpful. I have produced food in the dining room. You know what? I don't like any of those rooms. Walk-in closet has 4 rooms. 2 gems. Does not appear to be anything written anywhere. Yeah, nothing written anywhere. Okay. Interesting photo, but seemingly not helpful. Okay. So food has been served in the dining room. I've managed to get water to the pool. It'll cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 rooms to get back to the dining room. So it is just not worth going back there at this moment. Ew. To all of those. Again, ew to all of those. I can buy a banana, a club sandwich, or chef's salad. I've only got the 1 green room, so the chef's salad is no good. Club sandwich is the best one, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, I can get the water back for the watering can here in the kitchen. Okay, cool. That is good to know. Office would be great, but I can't. I don't have the gems. I'll take the lavatory. Lavatory has nothing. I've only got 1 more door to explore. Take the corridor. Why? We'll take the bunk room because I haven't been in here yet, and it gives me 10 feet of, or 10 steps of movement because of having gotten the nursery. Because it counts as 2 bedrooms. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, I will not have to share my room, I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today is a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother a journal for reading my private journal without permission and for writing mean things in it. He also threw away my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not be able to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure that he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I finally get to return to him the book that I took from him a long, long time ago. Hope you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survive sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Strike that. I would still have rather had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. So, Simon is the younger brother. And there's 2 bananas.
Bananas.
Like, seriously. Bunk bedroom is pretty good bedroom. There's snacks in here. And it's 2 bedrooms, so it's plus 10 movement. Plus the 2 bananas, that's another 6 movement. So that's 16 movement. Unfortunately, there's not really any point for me. There's a key. Woohoo. I don't have any more doors. Yeah, I don't have any more doors. So I'm just gonna make my way back to... I wonder what happens if I completely empty the pool. Oh, there's another key. Yeah, maybe if I go to the locker room, I'll find more stuff. I mean, more stuff isn't gonna help me get through the area, but I mean, I could find more stuff. There might be more interesting pieces of equipment in there. Kind of doubt it. Locker room spreads keys throughout the house. I have 4 keys. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna make my way to the dining room and then back to the locker room. Wait, I have a shovel. I got a dirty coin. I got a turnip. Plus more movement. Okay, well, I can't really dig anywhere else, but... Hooray? Yeah, I don't think I can dig anywhere else. Stuffed wild quail. Have dinner. I'm gonna go back to the locker room and see if I can see what all I can get out of opening up the lockers. Maybe there's something interesting. Maybe there isn't. Right, forward, forward, left? Yeah. I could probably sit there and actually empty out the pool. Hey, running shoes. Oh, good googly moogly. 2 coins and 2 gems. Moonshine? Where is room 46? It is not a rumored room, it is theorized locations. North of the antechamber. Below the fountain. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Well, that's in the bedroom. The picture that has that's her moon amulet or her moon necklace. I don't know which lady that is, but it's the one that's in the picture in the bedroom. Yeah, I mean, I've got enough moves. I'll sit there and try emptying out the pool just to see what happens. Gonna take a little bit of moving the water around. Those pumps are not fast. Okay. North of the antechamber. Connection to... Connection to Crescent Moon Necklace? Question mark. Well, that's an interesting bit of lore. Unfortunately, I have no more keys. And there's quite a number more doors that would be, good to open. Oh well. Oh, dig spot. I got a coin. Cool. Okay. Now, in order to empty the pool can only come from tank 1. Okay, so I have to... The other thing I could try to do is I could maybe manage to get enough water out of the fountain, but I doubt it. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this appears to be my reservoir. That is not my reservoir. Then where does this go that only has 1 water? Oh! That's for the steam room. We don't have the boiler room. That's for the boiler room. We don't have a boiler at the moment. So I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Yeah, there is still room that I could empty the fountain. It'd take a lot of moves, but I've got the moves, so, I mean, I might as well. It is, however, also going to take me, like, most of my money just running through the freaking chapel. So, instead of letting the chapel steal all of my money, I'm going to sit here and buy some, I have 1 green room, so best bet is going to be getting 9 moves out of my 7 coins. Oh, there's only 2 bananas left. Okay, so there's only a certain number of bananas I can buy. Okay, cool. Nope, no more coins. I'm broke. Sorry, church. Yeah, it's a great thing that I, Good lord! Emptying out the pool got me fucking 14 coins. I mean, I can't do anything with all these coins. That's a lot of coins. Well, I guess the chapel is getting a lot of money today. Freaking 14 coins. Each time you draft through, floors added to the draft plan are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. So this added the pump room and the locker room and the sauna. So next day I'm not going to be able to get those unless I get the pool first. But hey, the church gets a bunch of free money today. Now I'm going to go take all the water out of the fountains and then check the front area. Alright. Pump number... or space 1 only goes from there. Okay. Yes, it'll take a moment. Sorry for the noise. But we're emptying out the fountain. Okay. So we can barely, and I mean barely, empty the fountain. It takes all of our water to empty out, or all of our storage space to empty out the fountain. It's like we don't have the capability of doing more than that. We have emptied out the fountain. Now I get to run all the way back to the entrance hall and check the fountain outside. I'd be kind of curious to see if it keeps stealing coins from me, so there has to be a reason. And you hear it clink. I'm guessing like there's a donation box or something. I wonder where it would be, though. I also wonder who it is that's behind that painting. That would be number 8 if it had a number. Or number 0. Now that I have the running shoes, I have even more effective steps per day because the running shoes seem to take out one every, like, 3 rooms, every 4 rooms, as long as I don't, stop moving. Oh my goodness. The fountain was a thing. I figured I'd get some coins down here. No, the fountain is a fucking room. The basement door is locked. Fuck, if only I hadn't spent all of my keys. But there were keys that were hidden throughout the thing. If I go to security, I can check and see how many there are. If there aren't any keys, then I'm out of luck. But now I know that there is a basement. In order to get to the basement, I have to get the pool, and then I have to get the pump, and then I have to remove all of the water from the fountain. And I can only barely manage to do that. But I can. Alright, looks like I get to walk through all of the rooms and hope that I find a key. And if I can find a key, then wonderful. There's no key here. Okay. I might as well just go straight to the security room. That's not too far off. Okay. View estate inventory. There is one key to be found. Now I just have to find it. Is it in here? If it's in here, my metal detector would have gone off. Okay, so it's not in here. It could be in the closet, the storeroom, the bedroom, utility closet. It could be in a lot of rooms. It's going to take me a lot of rooms in order to sit here and check it, too. Ha! Time to go to the basement. Basement. I found a secret room. It might not be the secret room, but I found a secret room. To the basement. To the basement. Under the fountain. Secret. Basement! The key does not fit! What do you mean the key does not fit? Do I have to find the silver key or a basement key or something? Oh shoot, did I have to use the basement? Did I have to use the silver key here? Dang it. Ugh. Well, I don't have the right key. I have a key, but it's the wrong key. Huh. Well, I guess my only option is to go spend the key in the locker room, I guess. Hmm. Well, key doesn't fit, so I have to find the basement key, because that's the basement door, I guess. so I found a pipe over there. A gas pipe over there. I'm guessing there's also a gas pipe out here somewhere. As he mentioned that the gas was cut off to the interior, but not the exterior. So that means that the gas pipes would be in the areas outside of the mansion. At least that's my guess. Wonder if that's the reservoir. Probably not. Even if it was, I don't see any way of getting down into it or doing anything with it. I can't go that way unless I found the garage. Okay. Well, it looks like that's the end of this run. I mean, there's another coin. I guess, like, the only thing I can do is go to the chapel and give them all my money. Just take my money, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll take me 7 spaces to get there. Sure. I'll go give the chapel all of my money. I mean, if I can't use my money and I don't get to keep my money, I might as well donate the money. I mean, someone will get a use out of it, I guess. And I will also check and see if the next locker has anything interesting in it. More coins. I was hoping for like a banana or something. Alright, well. I don't have enough... I don't have enough movement left to donate all of my coins. But I donated most of them. And I must now call it a day. Yes. Yes, I must. Well, I made a respectable inn with 6 bedrooms. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. The boudoir had a locked door. I just had to go back there with the key. Well, I found a bunch of interesting stuff, and now my notes page is double-sided. Well, I love how I started with, I think it was 70 spaces. I went almost 100 more spaces more than what I had. I was getting free movement, like, all over the place. Alright. I think I am going to call it there. For today, at least. It is 8 o'clock. And I think I want to play some Phasmo. Alright. I know there's probably only you still watching, but you have an awesome night. And I will probably be streaming more of this week. If the Spectre is not particularly super interested in watching, I might be streaming just in the afternoons and evenings and such. So. Otherwise, I will be streaming probably late. Alright. And with that, we come to the end of the stream. Let's see. I mean, I don't know too many people that are currently streaming. You too. I don't think my arms reach that far, but I'd offer you hugs as well. See you online again at some point. Talk to you later. Okay, OBS, come here and stop the stream and stop the recording.